Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. If you are here, you're probably excited to start speaking Arabic from scratch. And you might be wondering where to begin. Don't worry, in this video, I'm gonna guide you through the essential 7 steps and tips you need to get started with speaking Arabic language. Whether you're learning Arabic for travel or for business, or you're just learning Arabic to understand the Quran, the Hadith by the Prophet Muhammad, or any Islamic studies, or you are just learning Arabic for having fun, so let me introduce myself for you. I am Muhammad Haddad, an Egyptian Arabic native speaker tutor who has been teaching Arabic language for the non-native speakers for many years. And this is my channel, Muhammad's Arabic Hub. So let's directly dive into our steps. Step number 1. Understanding the basics. You know, the first step in learning any language is to understand its basics. In Arabic, this means getting familiar with the alphabet and the pronunciation. Let's start with the alphabet. The Arabic alphabet is the foundation of the Arabic language. And learning it is the first step for anyone who is interested in mastering the Arabic language. The Arabic alphabet consists of 28 letters. Each letter has its own shape, its own form, and also its own sound. Here is a brief guide to help you get started. Number 1, the direction of writing. One of the first things that you have to learn about Arabic is that Arabic is written from right to left, unlike English, which is written from left to right. And this, for the first time, may take some time to, getting used to, but by time and by practicing, you will find it becomes very easy and simple. So we talked about the direction of the writing from right to left, and now I'm gonna tell you about the structure of the alphabet. Arabic alphabet is made up of consonants. Those consonants, we call it in Arabic language al-huruf al-sakinah. Al-huruf al-sakinah. And those consonants come with 3 long vowels, which are alif, waw, ya, and several short vowels markers like fatha, kasra, dhamma, shadda, tanween. So we have 3 parts of letters or alphabets that make up the language. Okay, we have the consonants, al-huruf al-sakinah, the vowels, which are long vowels and short vowels. Those vowels tell us how to pronounce this consonant, So, for example, if I have a consonant called ba, this ba is pronounced as b, 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 b. Those b, it's a little like b. This b, 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 I can say it ba. I can say it B, I can say it boo. Those long vowels and short vowels, you'll understand how to use them to make you know how to pronounce the letter. They'll make you know how to pronounce the letter. Even you pronounce it like ba, like B, like boo, as we said. The short vowels are not usually written in the text, and this sometimes make reading a little challenging for the beginner. However, in the educational materials, you will find those short vowels always written and indicated to the letters to help you at the beginning to know how this letter is pronounced. For example, the word mithla, mithla. This word, we can pronounce it like mithla, which means like or such as, and we can pronounce it as mathalu, mathalu, which means an example. So the same 3 letters, mim, tha, lam, they made a word. This word can be read as 2 different meanings and with 2 different pronunciation and forms. The same 3 words in the same word. So what is telling me to pronounce it like mithla or like mathalu? Those are the vowels. Also a word like kutub or kataba, kaf, ta, ba. Those 3 letters made a word called kutub. This word kaf, ta, ba can be read as kutub, which means books, and can be read also as kataba, which means wrote. So what made me read it like this way or this way? The short vowels. So it depends on the short vowels or the markers on the letter. In most cases, when you start to read advanced Arabic educational books, you won't find those short vowels written or indicated on the letters. You will understand them by the context of the sentence. Arabic letters change their shape according to their position in the word. Okay? So whether they are at the beginning or at the middle or at the end of the word, it depends on their position in the one word. For example, the letter ba. The letter ba. Ba and at the beginning can be written like this, and the middle can be written like this, and at the end of the word it can be written like this. So it depends on its position in the word. Let's talk about some similar letters. Some letters may look very similar to each others in the Arabic alphabet, okay? But we can differentiate between them by the placement and the numbers of the dots written on the letter. For example, the letters ba, ta, and tha. They are almost the same letter, okay? They are very similar to each one. They have like the shape of this boat, okay? And in the case of ba, the dot is placed under or below the letter, and it's only one dot in ba. And in the case of ta, there are two dots and they are placed above the letter, and in the case of tha, there are three dots and they are written above the letter. Paying attention to these dots is very crucial as it totally changes the sound and the meaning of the word. And now we have finished the alphabet, and let's go to the pronunciation. You may find some sound in the Arabic language that they don't exist in the English language, like kha and ghain and so many other sounds. First, or at the beginning, you may find this challenging, but by time and practicing and listening repeatedly to the native speakers, you will find pronouncing them very easy and simple. But you have to practice and listen to the native speakers first. So this can be challenging, but by practicing, by listening to the native speakers, by repeating after them, by practicing every day, you will find yourself gradually, day by day, getting familiar to it, and you will find yourself pronouncing it in an easy way. And my advice to you is that you should start with the letters that are similar to those letters in English, and then start gradually by practicing the different and unique ones in Arabic. To practice pronunciation, you might find it helpful to listen to the native speakers and mimic their sound repeatedly. There are plenty of online resources, including pronunciation guides and learning apps, and I'll mention some of them for you in a minute, okay? So let's move to step number 2. Step number 2 is building your vocabulary. Let's focus on building your vocabulary. Start with the everyday basic words and phrases. You will use it often in your everyday, and here is some basic words that you can have to get started with this. Hello, marhaban. Hello, marhaban. Thank you, thank you, shukran. Thank you, shukran. Yes means na'am. Yes means na'am. And no means la. La. And please means min fadlik. Min fadlik. Try to practice these words every day. Repetition will help you remembering them better. It's also very useful to label objects around you in your house with their Arabic names. This will reinforce your learning very much. By the way, I have just finished writing my book, which I've designed it to you to make your Arabic learning journey easier. It contains more than 100 must-know words and phrases. These words and phrases, I'm giving it away for you for free, my dear audience. Just you click the link in the description and you will get your copy for free. This will help you very much as a beginner to start to learn the language and make it very easy with those 100 most used in everyday speech in our Arabic world. Trust me, this is a resource you don't want to miss, okay? It's totally for free. Just click the link in the description and you will get your copy. So moving to step number 3, learning basic grammar. While Arabic grammar might seem complex at first, but by time and by breaking it down into smaller categories and titles, you will find it very easy and simple. You just have to take every title or small title or every small rule and making those small rules into a big rule, and those big rules make the full grammar. We call it al-nahw in the Arabic language. And here is a brief overview for the grammar to make you get started. Number 1, the sentence structure. Arabic sentence structures can follow 2 main primary patterns, even the nominal sentence or the verbal sentence. Nominal sentences, these start with a name or a pronoun and they describe a state of being. For example, when I want to say the book is good, al-kitabu jayyid, al-kitabu jayyid. This is a nominal sentence, جملة اسمية, because we began it by a name, which is al-kitab, the book, okay? So we call it جملة اسمية. It starts with a name. And the second pattern or the second type of the sentences is the verbal sentence. Unlike the nominal sentence, it begins with a verb and it describes an action, okay? It describes an action means that the time had a relation in this sentence. For example, when I describe an action in the past, it's not like when I describe an action right now in the present, and it's not like when I describe an action in the future. So we call it in the past فعل ماضي, in the present فعل مضارع, present, okay? And in the future we call it فعل في المستقبل, in the future, okay? So starting with a verb makes it a verbal sentence. Like for example, when I say كتب الولد, it means the boy has written or the boy wrote, okay? So كتب الولد is a verbal sentence, جملة فعلية, because it starts with a verb, okay? And of course it describes an action of being. So the main difference between the nominal sentence and the verbal sentence is simply that the nominal sentence starts with a noun and the verbal sentence starts with a verb. This is very simple, I think. Number 2, nouns and adjectives. Nouns in Arabic language can be definite or indefinite. Nouns can be definite by adding L to the word. For example, this L is equivalent to the in English. For example, kitab means a book, but al-kitab means the book. So by adding L, which is equivalent to the in English, it becomes from indefinite to a definite noun. In Arabic language, adjectives follow the names they are describing, and they must agree in the gender and in the number and in the definiteness. For example, when I say رجل طويل, which means a tall man in English, but when I want to say الرجل, I have to say الطويل, so it becomes الرجل الطويل, which also means the tall man. But in Arabic, the adjectives follow the name they are describing. The third headline I want to talk about under the umbrella of the grammar is verbs and conjugations. Arabic verbs are typically based on a 3-letter root, and it can change its form depending on the subject and the conjugation, including 4 things: adjusting the verb to reflect the tense, even past, present or future, and the voice, even active or passive, and the subject's gender, even male or female, and finally the number. So those 4 things that the verb are following and changing its form based on them and based on the subject too. For example, the verb to write, okay, which means kataba in Arabic. Kataba can be pronounced and written as follows. When I say he wrote, it means kataba. But when I say she wrote, it means katabat. And when I say they wrote, it means katabu. So every form of these three forms are mainly based on the subject. And the fourth headline that I want to cover under the umbrella of the grammar is the pronoun. Arabic has different pronouns for different genders and numbers. Here are some few examples. I is ana. You for the male is anta. And you for the female is anti. And you for the plural is antum. And he is huwa. And she is hiya. The fifth point I want to cover under the umbrella of the grammar is the prepositions. Arabic prepositions are used similarly to English. Here are some examples to make it clear for you. The preposition in is fi. Above is fawqa. Below is tahta. From is mina. With is ma'a. Understanding these basics will help you start forming some simple sentences and gain some confidence in your Arabic language skills. By practicing, Arabic grammar will be more simple, allowing you to make sentences very easily and communicate in an effective way. And step number 4 for our today's guide is practicing speaking and listening. Now that you have got the basics down, it's time to practice speaking and listening. One of the best ways to improve your speaking skills is to find a language partner or a tutor. And speaking with a native speaker can very much help you getting used to the language. Here are some few tips quickly, okay? Number 1, determine the dialect you wanna prefer. There are too many dialects in the Arabic language, which I talked about this topic in detail, and I explained all the dialects in the Arabic language in details in my previous video here on YouTube channel, and I'll put the link of this video here in the description box. Make sure to watch it to can choose which dialect is the best choice for you depending on your goal from learning Arabic. But in general, there are two main categories. There is Fusha or MSA, and there is Ammiya or the local language of the Arabic language, okay? My advice to you for the most cases of the students I've faced is you have or you should learn Fusha or you should learn MSA, Modern Standard Arabic. Why? Because it is the language of the Quran, it is the language of all the Islamic written books, it is the language of the historical books, it is the language that we as Arabs used in our formal life, in our emails, newsletters, in work, in education. You can use it and you will be understood by any Arab guy on the earth. You can communicate easily with any Arab guy despite wherever he is from or despite his country. You don't have to learn his specific language or his specific dialect of Ammiya that he speaks. For example, what I want to say is the Egyptian guy speaks an Egyptian dialect and the Lebanese guy speaks a Levantine dialect, and the Gulf guy, like the Saudi Arabian guy, speaks different dialect, which is the Gulf or Al-Khaliji. So you don't have to know all of these dialects to communicate with every one of them. No, you just know Al-Fusha or MSA. Once you learn that language, you can communicate easily with all of these types of dialects or all of these types of Arab men living in different Arabic countries, okay? So this is in general about the dialects, and make sure to listen to the video or to watch the video to get the benefit that I covered all the topic and explained all the differences between all of these dialects in the Arabic language. Number 2, platforms like HelloTalk connects you with an Arabic native speaker and he aims to learn your language, okay? So you can exchange the learning and it's like a win-win situation, you know? Number 3, watch as many as you can of the Arabic videos like documentaries, like TV shows, and also listen to Quran very much as you can, and also follow some Arabic podcasts All of these things will help you very much in learning and will help you to get used to the Arabic language. But again, make sure that the podcast you're listening to or the TV show that you're watching anyway, that make sure that they are speaking in the Arabic Fusha, as I told you, because at the beginning, if you learn, for example, Fusha, and you will listen to podcasts, for example, that are speaking in different dialect or in Ammiya dialect or in local Arabic dialect, this may make you at the beginning feel like confused or overwhelmed because you hear something, you don't know it, or you haven't learned it yet. Okay, so make sure that you are learning Fusha and you are hearing Fusha, okay, or MSA language. Number 4, speak aloud. Try practicing and speaking out Arabic loudly. Even if you are alone, just try to do the daily activities and describe things around you in Arabic. Here we are at step number 5, setting realistic goals. And setting realistic goals is very crucial from my point of view to make the motivation continue. I always advise my students to start with small achievable goals, okay? And gradually by time and session by session and day by day, you make these goals bigger and then bigger and so on. So start with these small goals and make these goals grow by time and gradually. For example, week number 1, learn the alphabets and the basic greetings, okay? The alphabet, as we said, there are 28 letters, and try to practice the basic greetings like marhaban, assalamu alaikum, kayfa haluk. These basic greetings, just learn the alphabet and try to practice and master these basic greetings in week 1, you are very good, okay? And then moving to week number 2, try to learn 10 new vocabulary words, for example, and put them in simple sentences, just to be used to it, okay? And after finishing a month learning the language, start a basic conversation with the language partner as we said in the previous step, okay? And regularly preview your progress and adjust your goals as needed and celebrate the achievements by the way to stay motivated. And now moving to step number 6, which is immersing yourself in the language. Immersion actually is one of the best effective ways I have tried with my students to improve their levels, and it succeeded very well to make an improvement for them. So you can surround yourself by Arabic everywhere as much as you can. For example, here are some ideas. Number 1, change your iPhone settings. Change it or switch it from the language you are speaking to the Arabic language. This will help you very much in, your eyes will get used to the Arabic language. Number 2, labeling the objects around you in their Arabic names. This will help your eyes to get used also to the Arabic language, and it will be surrounded everywhere by the Arabic names. And there are too many examples. By surrounding yourself or immersing yourself in the language, you can try and you can use what is best for you. But the most important thing is that your eye and your ear has to be surrounded fully. You always listen to Arabic language and you always see the Arabic language around you. This will help you getting used to the Arabic language. You can listen or hear to the native speakers and you can see the native names around you everywhere. So this will improve yourself or your Arabic language to a level you won't imagine that you can reach this level just by surrounding yourself with the Arabic names and by immersing yourself in the language, by listening and by watching. And the last advice considering surrounding yourself with Arabic everywhere is that I advise you to join Arabic groups on Facebook or on social media to see how the Arabs speak in their daily life and how they use the language. This also will help you very much to improve your skills in the Arabic language. And know that the more you immerse yourself in the language and the more you expose yourself to the language, the very faster you will learn the language and you will master the Arabic language. And let's move to step number 7, which is using learning language resources. There are too many available online resources that will help you make your language or learning the language very easier. Here are some of those examples that you may find them useful, okay? Number one, language learning apps. There are too many apps online, and there are too many free apps, and also there are paid apps. And for the free apps, I recommend to you HelloTalk. I used it personally for a period of time, and it helped me very much at this time. Number two, Arabic online courses, and I prefer to you to use Udemy and Coursera. There are too many Arabic online courses that will help you very much getting better in the Arabic language. Number three, the books. Consider getting a beginner's textbook to supplement your learning. And by the way, I have just finished my book, which I designed it to help you get started with speaking and learning the Arabic language. It contains more than 100 must-know words and basic phrases that we Arabs use in our daily or everyday speech. You will find it for free. I'll grab the link in the description. Just get into the link and get your free copy right now. So we have just reached the end of the 7 steps that we can use it to start speaking Arabic. So as a conclusion, to sum up or recap the 7-step guide to start speaking Arabic: number one, understanding the basics. Number two, learning or building your vocabulary. Number three, learning grammar. Number four, practicing speaking and listening. Number five, setting realistic goals. Number six, immersing yourself in the language. And number seven is using available resources. Remember, language learning is a journey, so be very patient and persistent. It's all about practicing and repeating. Learning, listening, practicing and repeating. It's all about practicing, and it's all about the long journey, not the short journey. Here we are at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful for you, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to continue learning your Arabic journey with us. And leave a comment if you have any question or any topic you want me cover it the next video. And also don't forget to join my newsletter, Arabic Secrets. It's totally free. Just hit the link in the description and you will get a free weekly email from me, including videos, helpful tips, advice, vocabulary PDFs, and different tips and steps that will help you so much in learning Arabic faster. So it's totally free. Just hit the link and join our community, Arabic Secrets. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next video. مع السلامة.